Well, howdy, y'all. Rüdrani Devi, the happiness lady, and I'm here for Meditation Wednesday with Rue. That's me. Um, it's been an amazing day. I have been talking to the trees and listening to the wind and the space of so much allowance that nature has. And I'm not saying allowance for us or anything in particular, just allowance. It doesn't even have to have a purpose. And it moved me so much. And it reminded me of, well, I'm going to read you a little something that's in the foundation manual. I teach a class called The Foundation. It comes after the bars class. And it just reminded me of this piece that's in the beginning of the book. And I'd like to read it to you. And it's just in the opening comments. And let me share. It says, what would it be like if the world were a more conscious place? Would the devastation, wars, and difficulties that are going on now continue to exist? In the face of consciousness, these things cannot exist. The target is to get us to the point where we are conscious enough to create change in ourselves so that we can increase the possibility of changing the trauma, drama, insanities, and irrelevances of this reality that are present in life. Imagine that, y'all. What would it be like if you embodied so much consciousness in everything you did and chose that others chose to become more conscious as a result of you? What if you were the inspiration for greater possibility? You are the source for creating the change you desire to see. Choose to be it. But you have to be willing to be it. Feel me? You got to be willing. That's the first step, y'all. Consciousness is the possibility to eliminate all the created walls of separation. What will it take for this to become a reality here on planet Earth? All it takes is for you to choose. Please choose. Please choose you. That's it. A more conscious place. What would that take? And consciousness includes everything and everyone without judgment, without a point of view. And that's what true allowance is. So let's do this little meditation on allowance. It's like I was saying, I keep looking out the window because the wind is dancing through the leaves of this beautiful oak tree. I'm going to show you real quick here. I don't know if you'll be able to see this or not, but it slowed down a little bit. But there's these two squirrels. They're always running around the trunk, and they'll stop and look at me, and I'm always like, hi, guys. You know, they're in total allowance. The tree's in total allowance of them running all through the branches. It doesn't have a bad leaf day, if you know what I'm saying. So, okay, allowance. What is allowance, actually? Allowance is allowing others to be who they be, warts and all, whether you would choose it or not. Allowance is also you being an allowance of yourself. And what would that look like? Allowance is not being a doormat. Let me make that clear. If someone is being cruel or mean to you, you can be an allowance that they're cruel and mean, but you don't have to allow them to perpetrate that onto you, because that's not honoring. That's not honoring of yourself. So anyway, let's get to this. Let's take a deep breath in, pulling in the energy of Mother Earth through the core of our being, and let go. And ask the walls and barriers to completely disintegrate and expand out as far as you're able. Maybe it's the 8 corners of the room you're in. Maybe it's beyond that. Expanding out, expanding out, expanding out. including everything and everyone. So now the world is inside of you. And connecting with the space, the energy space and consciousness of all and everything. And just being that space with all that's showing up, without a point of view, without a judgment, just notice, is there anything required here? What invitation can I be to allow you to be all you choose to be without a point of view, even if I wouldn't choose it? And now notice the energy of all of you. And instead of going into the judgment of, I would prefer to look like this or to be like this. Why am I sad all the time? Why am I angry? Or why am I deliriously happy all the time? I don't know. That would probably be my line. Be that space of allowance of however you would like to show up. Hey, if it's cranky pants, indulge in that. And don't have a point of view. Don't make yourself wrong or right. That's allowance. It's that space of whatever shows up. And it's okay. It just is. Can you embrace that? And allow that energy to fill every pore, every cell in your body. And trickling that energy out now in all directions. And finding everything that matches that energy of being space. Yes. And now be that invitation. Hey, what can I be for you that allows you to be you? Just as you be. No judgment. No presumptions of how it's supposed to look or how it's supposed to show up. How is not really a question, y'all. And now break out even further. Hi, here I am. I'm just space for you. Be whatever is required of you in this 10 seconds and in every 10 seconds, and I will just be. And notice how your body feels. More space, more expansion. Notice how when you don't have a point of view, how relaxed and how easy it is to receive. What if you could wake up this way every morning, being that space? What would it be like if you woke up and it wasn't about, what do I have to do today? Or, oh, there's these bills to pay, or there's all that stuff. Is it relevant? Is it relevant in this 10 seconds? What if you could relax into your day when you wake up? Ah, body. Hi, it's you again. I'm so glad you're still here. Who or what are we today, and what glorious and grand adventure are we going to have? And then allow the universe to show you. Lean into that energy. And what could that create and generate for you? So now trickling this energy back out to all the matches, everything that matches that energy. Hi. And what space can you be to be that contribution for all those that are seeking to be received? Have you ever been with someone who is in total allowance of you, exactly the way you are? Even when you're cranky pants, even when you're being an asshole? Isn't it amazing that relaxation you can be, that vulnerability you can be with that person? And what if you could be that for someone else or for the earth? Lean into the energy of the earth, y'all. I mean, wow, talk about allowance. No matter what we do to her, she doesn't have a point of view. So take this with you. Take this energy with you of space. That's all it is. It's just space. Be spacey. Be willing to be that space. And see what shows up for you. So play with this. I'm not kidding. So try this. Try this. You're out in the world. You know, you're just walking through your world, and instead of closing up and pulling those walls and barriers all the way up and not being willing to connect, pull your walls and barriers down and walk on the planet like this meditation of allowance. And just notice what you notice. Maybe being that vulnerable and that big and that spacious is the invitation for others to choose it as well. And then you are a walking, talking meditation. You don't have to do or say or be anything. It's just that willingness to receive all and everything as it is. Doesn't mean you have to choose it. Just be willing to be the space for whatever shows up. And just notice what is different in your world when you choose that. Feel me? So give it a try. And the thing that's really cool about this is you can do it like that. I mean, I have been where I'm rushing or I'm trying to get somewhere. And I'll take a deep breath and I'll just go space. Walls and barriers down, expanding out in all directions, space. Be the space, Ru. And it happens instantaneously. And then the squirrels come out and say hello and all the things. So let me know what your experience is when you try this in the world. I read all the comments. If you know of anyone that might benefit from this allowance meditation, please share with them. And if you'd like to get alerts, then hit the subscribe button and you can join me every time I go live. So for those of you here and now and in the future, thank you for spending this time with me. I'm super grateful. And until next Wednesday's meditation, ciao, ciao for now.